Here's what nobody's telling you about fine hair. You're not the problem, your approach is. Every time you look in the mirror feeling frustrated, wondering where your volume went, you're experiencing the result of bad information. The conventional advice about thin hair? It's setting you up for failure. The products everyone recommends? Many of them are working against you. I'm done watching women struggle with outdated techniques that make fine hair look even finer. Today, I'm exposing the myths and replacing them with methods that actually create the fullness you're after. I'm breaking down 5 specific mistakes that are quietly undermining your styling efforts and giving you actionable solutions for each one. We're challenging assumptions, implementing proven techniques, and I'll demonstrate my signature method that creates noticeable volume in under half a minute. Plus, I'm recommending affordable tools and products that deliver real results without the luxury price tag. By the end of this, you'll have clarity and confidence because you'll know exactly what to do and what to skip. But before we jump into solutions, let's destroy the most harmful myth that's been circulating about fine hair. If you're ready to stop settling for flat, lifeless hair and finally get the volume you deserve, show me by hitting that subscribe button right now. It helps other women discover these solutions, and it tells me you're serious about transforming your hair. Let's do this together. Solution 1. Creating volume at the root. The biggest challenge with fine hair isn't just fewer strands. It's that those strands have minimal natural lift. Fine hair clings to your scalp, creating that flat appearance that makes thinning impossible to hide. Here's my go-to method, and you can try it tonight. Bend forward at the waist and use your dryer for 60 seconds while working your fingers through the roots. No brush, no comb, just your fingers creating lift and separation at the base. This simple approach can boost volume by 1/3 immediately. Why is this so effective? You're using gravity as an ally, encouraging your hair to stand away from your scalp rather than collapse onto it. The inverted position leverages physics in your favor, and your fingers provide separation without the weight of tools dragging everything down. I pair this with an affordable volumizing mousse from any drugstore, nothing expensive. Apply it where your hair meets your scalp, flip forward, blast with heat, and watch what happens. Solution 2. The cut that changes everything. Pay attention because this could transform your entire experience with your hair. The ideal cut for fine hair isn't about removing length. It's about building strategic structure and movement that creates the appearance of fullness. You want layers beginning near your cheekbones, subtle texturizing that eliminates weight while maintaining density, and framing pieces around your face that highlight your features rather than your scalp. What to avoid? Thick, blunt edges that sit like dead weight, razor techniques that create stringiness, and severe lines that look harsh and obvious. Here's the truth. The right cut simplifies styling dramatically. If you're battling your hair every single morning, your cut is fighting your natural texture instead of working with it. Solution 3. The part that makes all the difference. This technique is so straightforward you'll wonder why it's not common knowledge. Your part, that simple line dividing your hair, is either enhancing your look or destroying it. Most women with fine hair are accidentally choosing destruction. Here's the issue. When you've worn the same part for years, the hair along that division becomes increasingly thin and visible. Center parts are particularly harsh on fine hair because they create a stark line that directs all attention to your scalp. The solution? Move to a gentle side part, not a sharp, defined line, but a soft sweep beginning roughly an inch away from center. This instantly creates the perception of more hair by redistributing your volume rather than dividing it equally. Want to level up? Create a zigzag part. Take a fine-toothed comb and make small zigzag movements instead of a straight line. This approach literally creates an optical illusion that makes sparse areas appear fuller. It's visual trickery for your scalp, and it's remarkably effective. I worked with a client named Margaret who was 56 and believed her thinning crown meant she had to wear hats constantly. One simple adjustment to her part, and she went from hiding to attending her son's graduation completely, hat-free, and confident. That's the impact of strategic techniques. Solution 4. Texture is your secret weapon. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Completely straight, flat hair emphasizes thinness. When your hair lies pin straight against your head, every sparse spot becomes glaringly obvious. Every thin section gets highlighted, making you appear to have significantly less hair than you actually do. But introduce some texture, even minimal movement and dimension, and suddenly your hair appears fuller, more vibrant, and dramatically more interesting. You don't need tight curls or dramatic waves. We're discussing gentle bends, soft movement, or strategic volume that gives your hair dimension. My preferred heat-free methods: foam rollers on damp hair, a thermal brush that smooths while building body, or for rushed mornings, the overnight braid technique. Before sleeping, braid slightly damp hair into loose plaits. Sleep comfortably, and wake to beautiful texture. The principle here is that texture generates shadows and depth, making your hair appear thicker than its actual density. It's the same concept artists use when adding shading to create three-dimensional effects. Solution 5. Product minimalism. Wins. This might contradict your instincts about fine hair. You'd think more product equals more volume, correct? Completely wrong. Overloading with products is the quickest way to flatten fine hair and make it appear greasy, lifeless, and even thinner. Rich conditioners at the roots, heavy creams, oils distributed everywhere. These are destroying your volume before you begin styling. Focus on lightweight formulas that build body without adding weight. Volumizing mousse exclusively at the roots, texturizing spray through the middle and ends, and perhaps a small amount of dry shampoo at the crown for grip and texture. My essential rule: if you can physically feel product in your hair after styling, you've applied too much. Your hair should feel fresh, bouncy, and natural. Never coated or tacky. What's sabotaging your results? Let's discuss the habits that are working against you. The things you're doing with good intentions that are actually making things worse. Stop weighing down your roots with heavy oils or rich conditioners. This is incredibly common. Women believe they're nurturing their hair, but they're crushing it at the exact location where lift is most critical. Reserve intensive treatments for your ends where moisture is actually needed. Eliminate stiff, rigid hairspray from your routine. You know exactly what I mean, the type that transforms your hair into an immovable helmet. Rigid spray doesn't generate volume. It locks hair in position and creates an unnatural, flat appearance. Switch to flexible hold formulas that permit movement while providing structure. And please stop using clips that compress your hair flat. Those small accessories that create dents and creases are contradicting everything we're trying to accomplish. When you need to secure your hair, use clips that lift and separate, not ones that squeeze. I've made every single one of these mistakes. For years, I was undermining my own hair while believing I was helping it until I recognized I was the obstacle. Once I changed my approach, everything transformed. The products that actually work. You don't need premium tools or exclusive salon brands to achieve beautiful, full-looking hair. Here's what I actually use, with no sponsorships or hidden agendas. Volumizing mousse under $10. I'm currently using a drugstore option that outperforms products triple the price. A large round brush for building lift. Nothing fancy, just something that grabs your hair and creates elevation during drying. Lightweight dry shampoo for texture and grip between washes. Foam rollers for damage-free volume. These are absolute game changers for creating body without heat exposure. This is my daily toolkit, and I guarantee you don't need to invest heavily to achieve professional quality results. My 30-second non-negotiable ready for the technique I never skip. The one method that creates the most dramatic visual impact in under half a minute? Root concealing powder. This has been a professional secret for years, and it's now accessible for home use. This powder fills your part line, conceals sparse areas, and makes your hair appear instantly thicker and more dense. The application is simple. Lightly tap the powder along your part and any thin sections, and it generates the appearance of hair where coverage is minimal. It's essentially cosmetics for your scalp, and the transformation is stunning. Just a small application, and the difference is remarkable. This single product has boosted my confidence more than any other beauty discovery, and I believe it will do the same for you. Final thoughts. Your hair doesn't determine your worth, but how you style it can absolutely influence how you feel about yourself. And you deserve to feel incredible. You deserve to feel attractive, put together, and to leave your home feeling like the amazing woman you are. This isn't about appearing younger, though that might happen. This isn't about concealing your age, because you don't need to. This is about feeling fantastic in your own skin right now, exactly as you are in this moment. Your fine hair isn't a defect to hide or a crisis to solve. It's simply hair that responds to different techniques, and now you have those techniques. If you discovered something valuable today, even one tip that shifted your perspective about your hair, hit that like button so more women can find these solutions. Your engagement genuinely helps others discover the answers they've been searching for. If you have questions about your specific situation, leave them below. I read every comment and genuinely enjoy helping women navigate their unique hair challenges. Don't hesitate to ask for specific guidance.